Still on night 2, and it is 1 o'clock. As you know, this game is all about talking to people, figuring out who you can talk to, and trying to solve a case that has absolutely nothing to do with you. That's mad far. I have enough gas, but that's gonna end my night. And who you talk to depends on the patriot of the night. Certain people you talk to will give you information. Certain people you talk to will tell you nothing, and they will literally be a waste of your time. So the goal is to try to talk to people who will help you move along the case that you are essentially forced into. Other than that, you're basically just a typical cab driver. See, I thought I was just a cab driver, but apparently not. I am a secret detective who just apparently just does these things for fun. Well, I'm being forced to, really. Okay, so who to talk to? I think whoever we talk to will end my night. Now, I'm intrigued about this one right here, right? But that's so much gas just to get over there on the other side of town. Because I'm not invested in any of these people here. And I don't know. There's something like, I don't know if there's a penalty for wasting your time. Because some people feel like, I feel like some people will waste my time. Oh. I don't know. I'm trying to decide where I want to go, which would benefit me. Because I feel like I also don't want to. Okay, let's see if that helps. Let's see. Uh, she kind of reminds me of Adele. Doesn't she? Doesn't she kind of give you like Adele vibes? If not, I'd probably put it in my head. Hmm. Well, will she help me in my investigation? That's the bad part. It's like I want to pick up people just for the fun of it, but I also just want to like move the case along because I really don't want to be doing this. You know? I'm so picky, bro. Like, I'm like, who would I go to? We'll go here. So I think that's less gas, and maybe then if I finish there, then I'll be able to pick up, you know, Adele. Two women getting in the cab give you their address. The two women getting in the cab, you get dressed. Awesome. Hello, women. They say nothing to you as you start your car. Well, you know, that's fine. They don't need to talk to me. A faint scent of alcohol hangs in the air. They've been drinking. After a moment's silence, the younger of the two breaks the silence. So, what do you think? About him? Who else? Of course him. At the bar? Well, not sure. A strange sound escapes her. She sighs. He seems pretty dumb. Dumb? How so? You know, like dumb as a doornail, but all staring, all but staring at himself in the mirror over the bar when he went to get drinks. But does that matter? Yes, intelligent matters. Listen, okay, I don't care. Okay, in the words of 𝕤𝕒𝕝 and forever going, Judge Judy, beauty fades, dumb is forever. And if he's dumb, he's dumb. He's gonna stay dumb. And you don't want to deal with dumb people. I can't even have a conversation with dumb people. And I don't mean like, oh, he's like got a degree. No, I mean people who have no common sense, people who don't use the brain that's given to them. It's like, how do humans do not try to use some kind of intelligence? I could never. Boy, girl, doesn't matter to me, whatever you are. If you're dumb, and I can tell that you were dumb, like there's no lights on. There's a brain in there, but there is no switch going on. I can't talk to you. I can't. It's not a I'm above you situation. It's a, bro, you're gonna make my brain hurt from how dumb you actually are. No, not really. He's got a good body, good looking, lots of energy. See, that's temporary. This is all temporary. Because that can all go away. He's got sort of an animal vibe, a little like a panther. I really like that style. You really like that style? The passenger exchanged a look. The older of the two gives her friend a smile. You know exactly what I mean. They reach for each other's hands. They reach for each other's hand in the back of the seat of the car. The gesture is full of tenderness. A moment of silence. The older woman clears her throat. What about you? What did you think of him? The young woman gives herself a minute to think. I don't know. He was heavy, too sure of himself, and he spends too much time at the gym. Oh, beautiful! A muscle head. Love that. Love that. I don't like muscle heads. Shocker, I know. That means I'm not a muscle person. No. I'm not. I don't care how much he can lift. I don't care if he's got like abs upon abs upon abs. I don't care. That's not what does it for me. It's not that. If you've been at this channel long enough, you know what my type is. You've seen it. I've literally pointed it out several times. Did you get that bit about? Yeah, please. The innuendo about sexual performance. A short mocking laugh escapes her. He's pretty heavy-handed with all of his expertise on yoga and orgasms. Wow. He just sounds so charming. Like, oh my god. When can I bed him? Tonight? True though, strong pelvic floor muscles can't hurt. Well, anyhow, he was all preachy. He should write a book, The Perfect Gift for Your Ex-Husband. They burst out laughing. When the laughter dies down, the younger of the two resumes talking in a more serious tone. Anyhow, like I was saying, she looks at her friend intently. Is it really that important? I mean, we're looking for a donor. Not a father, not a lover, not a guardian or a godfather. Nothing but a donor. Yeah, just a donor. She casts a glance in your direction. Cautiously, all of a sudden, they aren't alone in the cab. She goes on, lowering her voice. Oh! Oh, so this is what this is about. Oh. Does that change things? Does that... I'm debating now, because does that change anything? Because, like, does that change my view on him? Because they're not looking for... I see. Okay. My opinion still stands. I mean, yeah, you still want the person to be mentally decent because those things can pass down. So, would be nice to like still somewhat have a brain in there. You know? Hold on. Okay. Yes, but still, if he had been a date, I think he would have been out of there. I think it would have been out of there in 5 minutes flat. Okay, but if you don't even like him, why would you consider maybe giving a baby? Like getting his baby? Like, why? I do yoga. I meditate 6 hours a day. I went to Tibet to learn the ancient art of. And styrofoam did exist in Tibet before the 1950s. I checked on Wikipedia. That's not a good source of information, but you know, sure thing. I thought Buddhists were supposed to be curious and open-minded. They are. He was like some old conservative dude in the body of a young Brad Pitt. Pause again. But like you were saying, does all that really matter? Her friend nods. The two young women are lost in respective thoughts. You know, I'm not against the kind of stuff. I'm not against that kind of stuff or anything. It's up to him if he wants to be a drag with all that yoga and meditation bullshit. I don't have a problem with that. She gives her girlfriend a reassuring look. Anyhow, there's no way any of that is going to be passed on to our daughter. How do you know you're going to be a daughter? Or our son. There we go. Her friend flashes her a big smile. But it's going to be a girl. I can feel it. And yoga is not genetic. We'll have to ask Dr. Vital. It's a name I feel like I should know. Yes, and I bet he'll really love that. He'll think we're messing with him. He said we could ask him anything. He's going to take us a couple of idiots. Besides, it's impossible. Pompousness cannot be passed on to children. You will be surprised. With humans, I've seen a lot of things. The younger woman doesn't seem convinced and makes an exaggerated pout. So you're saying an ear for music, yes, that's passed on, but pretentiousness isn't? Exactly. Okay, so if you don't want to believe me, she leans forward. She leans towards you all of a sudden. Sorry to bother you, but did you hear what we were just talking about? No. How could I say yes? I'm gonna just be like, some of it. No need to feel embarrassed or anything. We were talking out loud after all. Her friend lets out a sigh. Come on, leave him alone. I was just asking. Well, right, so my wife and I are meeting potential donors in order to conceive a baby. Sweet. Her partner rolls her eyes. And we were wondering if you thought pretentiousness could be passed down onto children. Genetically. You give her a look in the rear view mirror and take a moment to answer. The question is utterly absurd. Leave him alone, Amelie. He's a taxi driver, not a geneticist. I am also not a detective, but I'm doing jobs anyway. Don't get all worked up about it. I'm just asking his opinion. You know what? I truly believe it's possible. I don't know, not genetically, but somehow there are some traits that you do pick up from your parents that I guess it could just be all mental. But I believe that people do pick up traits from their folks that they don't intend to pick up. So could be rude. Could be. The taxi driver thinks that a gene for pretentiousness and that it can be passed on to for a parent. She bursts out laughing. The younger passenger leans forward towards you. Sorry. My partner doesn't mean anything by all that. We had a bit to drink and it's the first time for us tonight. We're meeting donors. You pull up to the client's address and it cuts the engine. I'm gonna be understanding. Like, I get it. Like, you guys want to choose everything. You want to be understanding about it. Like, it's great. I understand. I get it. No problem. The passenger seems relieved. I'm a cab driver. I'm used to all kinds of funny stuff. I can imagine. Have you been driving a cab for long? You avoid her eye. Yeah, you could say that. The passenger pays for the ride. She let out a sudden cough and can't help adding. Anyhow, thanks for answering. Come on, Millie, let's start off. As her friend tugs at her arm, Amelia starts to mumble to herself. I definitely think we should ask the doctor, just in case. We need a second opinion. You wait until the two women have entered the building and then start the car. Okay. At least we got a tip. Okay, night's almost over and we are almost at the gas. Huh. Girl, is that Santa? That Santa? Ain't no way. That cannot be Santa. They did not put Santa in this game. Not Santa needs a ride, but I could need someone else. Okay. What if okay, hold on. Let's see who else is it. Like, I'm so tempted to but I need information on the case. The way I want to just take Santa in my car. Because why not? Ooh. Mrs. Claus took the sleigh in the divorce. Stop. Stop. I don't want to think. Oh, man. But, okay, like, you remember what I said about useless rides, right? It would be cool to ride with Santa. But we kind of need information. I'm so tempted. I'm so tempted to, like, put Santa in the car and be like... Ugh. No. Okay, if he comes back, I'll ride with Santa, but like, I'm gonna go here since this is another short route. And I don't want to waste gas, so. God dang it. Oh, I wanted to talk to Santa. I did. Wow, that's a lot of... Yeah, alright, that would basically end my night. You pull up on this sidewalk to pick up the passenger who ordered a cab. I think I'll balance it that way. I'll do like, if I find somebody who seems goofy, then yeah, I'll go with that one. You can't make him out surrounded by... You can just make him out surrounded by 4 or 5, around 5 or 6 cops. They all an all too familiar scene. Every so often, the low, ominous tones of an officer's voice makes it to your ear. The circle of cops breaks up. You see your passenger. He heads over to the cab and gets in. He slams the door and lets rip. The fucking cops. He gives you an address and you start the car. The passenger stares out the window at the passenger road as if he's trying to calm himself. You take a quick look in the rearview mirror. I want to ask what that was about, but that seems nosy. Why is there a heart there? Is that like because I care? I'm about to be like, is everything all right? I don't know. This one. Cool. Nothing. The usual bullshit. He's a useful sounding voice. A little immature. He's barely 20. Maybe younger. What a fucking pain in the ass. Can't go out without getting screwed by each and every one of those son of a bitches. If you're not wearing a goddamn beret, if you happen to be wearing sweatpants, then yeah, right, you're a fucking hood. He smirks wearily, then raises his voice in an octave. Your papers, please. He sighs, his voice back down to normal. Yeah, sure, shove it up and shove your aunt's cup up your freaking ass, buddy. Wow. Always the same old thing, isn't it? Your passenger looks at you and lets out a bitter laugh. You could say that again. Even the aircraft ship was like shit when they're wearing a uniform. A slow smile spreads over his lips. I'm reading so sloppily. And you know what's worse? He pulls out a paperback out of his jacket, The Count of Monte Cristo by 𝕤𝕒𝕤𝕤. Oh, of course, he brings out that book. They wouldn't believe it was my book. He returns it to the pocket right away. For a second, you wonder if you imagined it. The first thing they asked me was where I had sold it. You know, like there's no way I could own a book. Then those bastards took the book and flipped it through every single page to make sure I wasn't hiding anything, like hash or some other shit. He flinches, something in his features breaks. A crack has appeared. He's trying not to show it, but you see what's going on. You can't help it. The inner struggle, the humiliation, the sense of shame. It's just a book. What's the other one say? Is it a reading assignment? I'm gonna ask if he likes the book. I'm not gonna ask anything else. If it is a reading assignment, it still counts. That's gotta suck. Like, imagine just trying to like live a life and people just judge you because of how you look. Ugh. Cannot relate any more than just now. He looks up. Yeah, it's kind of like, you know, a revenge story. Like all the Hollywood movies we download so we don't have to pay for a ticket. Except that it takes place 200 years ago. And yeah, it's good. It really sucks what happens to the hero guy, and he spends the whole book explaining his revenge big time. The guy's pretty messed up. He catches your eye in the rearview mirror. He realizes he's not all worked up anymore. It's my girlfriend gave it to me. What else does she recommend? She likes 𝕤𝕒𝕤𝕤, smile, say nothing. I'm stuck between these two. I want to say this one. She likes 𝕤𝕒𝕤𝕤s? Yeah, I think so. She's into all that historical stuff. To me, it was a real drag at first, but he lets out a sigh. She forced me a little, and then I realized that the Monte Cristo, he's one of us. I mean, his story, it's not like what goes on today. It's a lot like what goes on today. But I introduced her to new stuff too. There are things, texts, you know, like rap lyrics that she really likes. You should see her putting on a show and all, but the truth is she actually likes it. It's the same thing with me reading, right? I mean, it had to be properly explained to me. I had to want to try it. And that was it, man. I was on my way. He looks down. A short time later, you pull up at his address given by your fare. It's low. It's a low, rather unattractive building. The passenger passes you the money for the ride. I have to go. I'll be in a pinch early tomorrow. He pauses, eyeing the time on the radio LCD display. Or later on, I should say. A moment later, he vanishes into the night. Nice. Okay, so my night should be over. Oh no, Santa's still there! No, Santa's gone. You know, one more thing about your clients. You met something. Nice, nice. You said nothing. I lost like $120. It's fine. Okay. It's your real name on an envelope? Ooh. You take a deep breath and go inside. In the envelope, you find more information, just as Bassett promised. You lay them on the table. You look at the new evidence on the table. It'll take you a while to read everything carefully. Your neighbor flushes the toilet. Out of the corner of your eye, you can see the pipe shaking. You take your shoes off before getting to work. Alright, what do we got here? Not enough time. Are you kidding me? I only get like a certain amount of time to figure things out? Okay. Interesting. Still not sure how the investigation part's supposed to go. Victim 3 known to torture prisoners. I'm not fully understanding how this part of the game works. That's where the game loses me. Yeah, this is where this game loses me, because I'm like, I'm not sure what it wants me to do or how it wants me to go about these things. I don't understand how I lost time. I'm unclear on what it wants me to do in these aspects, because I don't think I have any information that I need, and I can't investigate anymore, so I'm confused. So I'm just gonna end the night. This is a part of the game I'm early confused about. Okay. We're on night 3. Trying to see if we can collect some information, but first... Ooh. Is that a cat? That's interesting. We need to get some gas first, so let's go get gas first before we do anything else. You slow down a bit. You've been hit with a migraine. You cracked on your window. Icy Parisian air fills the cab. You need to rest. You need coffee. You need to close your eyes. Just a minute. One tiny minute. You don't need to sleep. What? You raise your head and see yourself in the back seat. You gut clenches. No, it's more like someone is pulling your guts out. Yeah, like shit. I know. No surprise in considering all the crap I've eaten, right? He smirks, or maybe it's just a smile. You can't quite tell. I just got one thing to say. It won't take too long. You'll be able to get back to defending the weak and the poor right after. And maybe cleaning up your reputation. It's a pretty face of yours. Every once in a while, I picture us on the night Dad died. You remember? Your mouth is burning, like you got hot coals on your tongue. I remember. Patrick Farnes remembers. All the hate you had built up inside. It was incredible. It was natural. I have no idea what we're talking about. How are we having a conversation with ourselves? I want to get gas. I'm now talking to myself. Natural. He smiles at you. To feel so much hate while you're becoming an orphan? He clicks his tongue. You hate that noise. You're fucked up. The shape of the back seat appears to settle in. Plus, all that hate, it was aimed at me. You threw it all at my hands. I wanted you dead. I wanted to poke your eyes out. You see that his teeth flashing in the rearview mirror. But you only had eyes for Mom and everybody else. You could tell that they weren't doing well. And at that, they didn't get it. Stop. He chuckles. Yeah, right. Like I'm gonna stop. You feel the pain shooting in your arm. Every time neighbors, friends, came to the door and offered their condolences, they said they were sorry, that he was too young. You wanted to scream at them. Tell them that they didn't understand anything. But you kept your mouth shut, didn't you? Oh my god. Your pulse is beating in your temples. He pauses. That's exactly how you should have reacted. Shame. You're 15 years too late. He is almost whispering now. You were always the weaker of us two. He remains silent for a moment. You see, our brother, he was the devil incarnate, but he always practiced what he preached. If you were him, you would have already stopped the killer with your balls alone. But no, you prefer to have to deal with the police, with every bastard in the city of Paris. A silence, chilling. You're gonna die alone, man. I'm telling you right now, I'm not gonna hang around. A shadow moves in front of the cab. By the time you realize it's just a car, you're alone in the cab. You close your eyes, hoping your migraine will subside. You feel exhausted. You sit for a few minutes and start driving again. The purr of the motor is strangely warm and comforting. I did all that. I was trying to get gas. That didn't work. I didn't get gas. I'm over here like, I don't want all this. I didn't want a therapy session. I just wanted gas. That wasted 6 minutes of my night. Sir, now I gotta go find another gas station. All because my head want to play games with me. So we pay directly to newspapers. Do I want to shop or do I just want to get gas? Okay, hold on. Let's see. You walk into the mini mart. The clerk behind the counter is undoubtedly the most ordinary person you've ever seen. Welcome. Besides me, I'm tired of repeating the same sentence over and over. Okay. Can I talk to the clerk? Say, a guy like you who spends most of his nights here, you must know something about the killer, right? He raises up his head and almost seems happy you brought it up. Ooh, nice. Alright, let's buy a newspaper. And that's all I need. I don't need anything else. Alright, let's get gas. What? Oh my god. I have to do it this way? Oh my god. Stupid. It's so dumb. Imagine getting gas that way. That would annoy me so much. Ooh, we have 2 eyewitness accounts. Okay, let's go there. Let's go here first. You park your taxi across from the stadium just a few meters from a 2-story building. It's an old brick place that clashes with the large concrete behemoth that is Charletti Stadium. You get out of the car and walk to the front door. You knock. You wait a few minutes, lights come on, and the door finally opens. Marco appears. Marco is a former taxi driver, a strange guy, bit spacey and different. He's been working at the stadium for a few... Well, shit. You still alive? That's Marco. You like him. I mean, wow. So nice to see you. Even though he stole your wife. Wow. Come in, come in. You want something to drink? Oh, right. You stopped drinking coffee. Well, you stopped drinking. Cup of coffee? Will it keep me up? Yeah, alright. You follow him into his caretaker's home. It's pretty nice despite the filth. He serves you a cup of coffee and you sit down at the table. You follow suit. The only noise in the room is the TV behind Marco. Before you came by, he was playing a soccer game. The fans are singing and clapping their hands. So, what you been up to? Let me just get straight to it, because I don't got time, my bro. He shakes his head. No, not yet, man. Seriously, no. The last time I helped you out, I lost my job, so the answer is no. You have no choice, and you know it. You owe me this much. Marco drops his head between his shoulders. He starts to beg. I'm telling you, man, I love this job. It's so easy. I get to take care of the stadium that's empty 75% of the time. He sits up, ruffling his chair. Behind him on the screen, the stadium is going wild. I need information on Ronan Vincent. He straightens up. Ronan? The coach that got killed by the judge? The very one. He was a great guy. Everyone's torn up about it. But... there were rumors. Some parents heard that he was a little too hands-on with the kids a while back. You get my drift. But no one's ever looked into it. Was it true? I don't know nothing. He sighs. A few months ago, Ronan cornered a kid. Like, by the showers. You know what I mean? The kid stabbed him in the thigh with a pair of scissors and ran away. The kid's parents weren't sure whether they filed a complaint. The club director brought Ronan in and bam, 2 days later, he was murdered. Who else knows this? About the kid? No one, I think. Well, maybe some other parents? Don't know. You get up. One last thing. Let's see. Give him names. You suspect, give him names. Give him names of victims. Give him names of suspects. Actually. I don't want to give him anything, but... I wonder what will this lead to if I say one of the words. Victims or suspects? You give him a list of victims. He doesn't react until you mention 𝕤𝕒𝕠𝕦𝕒. Oh yeah, him. I know him. I mean, everybody knows him. Right-wing, extremist son of a bitch. Hold on. What are you doing these days? I can't say. Marco sits up. Damn it, I'm gonna get fired. Easy. His voice speeds up. Don't tell anyone where you got this information, okay? I'ma sip my coffee. Marco looks away. You can be a real ass sometimes. A 𝕒𝕒𝕠𝕦𝕒 noise comes from the TV. Okay, I gotta run. He walks into the door, mumbling with clenched teeth. Every time I run into you, you jinx me. Every single time. Well, dang, how about you don't steal my wife? You walk outside and over to your taxi. Door, key, motor running, you go back to work. It's almost like you shouldn't steal my wife. Like, for real. Don't take my woman. And then maybe, just maybe, I'll mess you up. Alright, there's another key here that I want to go first before I go see a victim. Ooh, we have a secret, people. This is spicy. Okay, we'll go here first. I like going to these things because I get more information when I go here. From outside, the 𝕤𝕠𝕔𝕚𝕒 gun store looks like any other shop. A plain, discreet front window, sliding doors. But inside, they sell handguns, machine guns, knives, and even grenades. Wow. It's your first time here, but you already had its owner in your cab. The store opens rather early so the patrons can come and train at the shooting range. As you walk to the counter, I messed up. You hear the distant noise of a gunshot under your feet. It's an unsettling experience. Sorry, I'm hydrating. Let's see. Who's in here? 𝕤𝕒𝕚𝕤𝕤. Oh, okay. Can I help you? It's the owner speaking, an elderly woman with a hunchback. She's been selling weapons since the 70s. Ooh, yes, we've been talking about this in my notes. She's cheeky in a typical Parisian way, and her wrinkles crave craters across her face. 1 second. Sorry. They wanted to move, so I had to adjust for him accordingly because he is baby and needs to be all kinds of comfort. The things I do for him, truly. Stay still. I can't focus with you moving around. Sweet to you, annoying to me. Alright. Ah, it's you. It's been ages. Come closer. Come a little closer than you see. Come on, come on, come on. Okay, sorry. I get really into music. You make small song and eventually decide to go for it. I have questions for you. About a weapon. Hold on. You slide the photo of the shell across the counter. She looks up at you slowly. Where's the photo from? Not the police? Definitely not. She's been doing this for years, and you can doubt you could pull one over her. I don't want to lie, but I don't want to be like too. The problem with this is that you could choose to be like really honest or just like not give certain information. What to say? Oh no, the ground. Yeah, right. Got it. You can recoil at the bitterness in her voice. Listen, I'm just looking for information about this shell. Oh no, I made a mistake! Ugh, the police gave it to me. I don't want her to not talk to me. Yeah, and just how did you end up with the police photos? I'm being blackmailed. I'm a private investigator. Two of these things aren't a lie. I am helping them out, but not because I want to. I'm helping them out. You know perfectly well this lady never smiles, but something on her face shifts ever so slightly into what might be constructed as a small grin. I'm not surprised. You were always the type to want to help people out. She practically rips the photo out of your hands. You give her as many details as you can. She thinks for a while. The shop door opens and a woman, probably a cop from her appearance, comes in. She greets the owner and disappears downstairs. Yeah. Stop moving. You're kicking me. When she opens the door, it creaks and the smell of gunpowder spreads through the shop. It's funny, this doesn't fit what you told me. The shell is in perfect shape, and you told me the bullets are also completely clean. But it's old ammo. You could tell. There are no scratches, but there are a few oxidization stains, and her voice grows darker all of a sudden, like something had escaped from her. In my opinion, it's from an old weapon, perfectly maintained by somebody who knew what they were doing. In the light of what you told me, I'd say it belonged to a cop or a soldier, or it could be a family weapon. It was a police service weapon in the 1970s. Either a cop held onto it, or the guy you're looking for inherited it. That judge there, he's a pro. You raise your head to meet her gaze. Her old bones make the slight shift again, the one that could be constructed as a smile. Or she, actually. You know, lots of women shoot, and I give classes if you have any lady friends who are interested. Back in your cab. You glance back at the shop. You don't know how this woman knew that. Anyway, you start your taxi. You know what you need to move forward with your investigation. And a coupon for a class of shooting and automatic weapons. See, I learn more when I go to these places than I do when I talk to people. So, that's interesting. I learned that the bullets come from a really old gun. Okay. Now comes, who do I want to talk to? And hopefully not me, because talking to me was scary. Because I learned absolutely nothing. Okay, who's in my area? Who's in my area? Which one? Which one? Let's see. Isn't this like a meme face? Probably does. Which one? Who to go to? Is there anyone else down here? Let's see. People who are far away. This woman is far away. I mean, I have a full tank of gas, but I'm not trying to do all that, to be honest. I'm mostly picking based on, like, feeling. Like, come a little closer than you see. Come on, come on, come on. Feeling things that seem to be. Who to go to? This is what makes this game hard. It's like you have to really pick based on like what would make sense. Something about you. I guess I'll go with this woman right here. Yeah, we'll go here. Not far. A beautiful woman climbs into your cab. There's something sensual and comforting about her. No, I just missed it, but don't worry. I'm taking a cab.
Anyhow, I just wanted you to know. For a minute, you think she's talking to herself, but she leans over and whispers her address to you. I think he really enjoyed it today. You start the cab and you notice a hand-free handset practically hidden by the thick head of her hair. I'll massage his feet tomorrow and I'll let you do the rest. A small laugh escapes her. She is really pretty. On the other way around, sure. And, cruise? It's normal to feel a little awkward at first, or uncomfortable. I mean, not knowing what to do. But you'll see. A couple more days and you'll get the hang of it. Anyhow, you should go to bed now. You need to keep up your strength. She stopped talking. Her phone call was over. She catches your eye in the rearview mirror and bursts out laughing. You look shocked. Not at all. Your passenger crosses her legs and gives you a playful pout. I don't believe you. You're letting your imagination run wild. What exactly were you imagining? That I'm on my way home from some threesome or something? There's a mischievous gleam in her eye. Could be. She lowers her gaze and turns her head, serious all of a sudden. But I'm not. The truth isn't that rosy. Actually, I was at my son's house. Ooh. Excuse me? Your passenger roars with laughter. It seems to be doing her a world of good. Oh, sorry, you don't understand. I've been taking care of him since his accident. I'm a nurse. Oh, shit. I want to be nosy, but like, His accident? That's right. He was supposed to meet his father for a rugby match. He was in a hurry. He tried to pass a truck on the right as he was leaving the highway. The driver didn't see him. Ooh, shit. Her voice trails off. I don't know how he managed it, not to die on the spot. It's really tough. And all that just to see a rugby match. Her smile is playful, full of life. I mean, ever since he was little, I tried to get him interested in soccer. And see what happened. A smile of dry amusement flickers across your passenger's face. Anyhow, he's been in a coma for a few weeks now. Oh my god! Grade 2, not a vegetable, but not all that hardy either. I didn't know they come in grades. Learning a lot. So I had to move him to his place. Cruz and I are taking care of him now. Cruz? His fiance. A lovely girl. How many grades are there? Your passenger puts her hand to her mouth to smother a giggle. Totally inhibited, but sweet. Very religious. She prays in Spanish at his bedside every night. They've been going out for 2 years now, and I still don't think they've... She blushes. Well, you know. A brief silence. You find yourself trying to think of something to say. How are you holding up? How do you take care of someone in a coma? How long has it been? How long have you been a nurse? These are all good. I guess let's ask how long she's been a nurse, I guess. She seems to be fine. Dang it. If that's a roundabout way of asking how old I am, you'll lose. Oh my god, no. You start to apologize, but then she realizes she bursts out laughing again. Oh my... Lady! You're stressing me out. You're cute when you blush. I celebrated my 20th anniversary at the hospital in August. I started a few months after 𝕘𝕒𝕤𝕤 was born. I was a young, attractive back then. You still are. What about you? How long have you been driving a cab? It's not the most fashionable job in the world, but, and worse still, it affects your better judgment. She bursts into laughter. Anyhow, you're lucky you ran into me and not Cruz. She's so uptight and wouldn't have known what to do with herself. You want to tell me something funny? Earlier tonight, when Cruz and I were washing 𝕘𝕒𝕤𝕤, yeah, I was in grade 0 minus breathing for a bit after a seizure when I was younger. Oh my god! Not exactly a pleasure. I'm so sorry, but I'm happy you're still here. Jesus Christ. Oh, my brain. Just like, what? Oh my god. Not exactly a pleasure cruise. My son is well over 6 feet tall, and Cruz is a cross between a matchstick and a Q-tip. So I was managing as best as I could, rolling him onto one side and then the other. She was trying to help, though the truth is pretty hard for her to take. I mean, it's all new to her. It can't be much fun. So she was muttering religious mumbo-jumbo to herself in Spanish, Dios mío and whatnot. And I was just rolling... I'm just calling him Tito, because I can't say his full name. Tito back onto his back. Guess what? He got an enormous erection. For once you start laughing, the passenger joins in. The two of you enjoy a good long laugh. After a while, your passenger manages to catch her breath. A big old hard on. So how did Cruz react? First, she turned bright red. Then she pulled the sheet over him as fast as she could. Your passenger makes a sort of a pause to emphasize what's coming. But it looked even worse. Like Casper the Ghost. Oh, Tito. I mean, sure, the man has like desires, but like, I mean, what did she expect to happen? You know, like, man has needs, man. Man has needs. Peals of warm laughter fill the air. For a moment, you are happy, as if a weight has been lifted. She's nice. I like her. I like her. Tent pitched. Boom! It's time for the circus, everybody. I'm sorry. That's actually really funny to think about. She's just like, oh, you know, praying for her boyfriend, like, and then she just sees like a tent, and she's like, oh, that's a thing. Oh, nothing. Just some storytelling. Hello. You pull up to the dress she has given you. Oh, she's gone already? Oh, well, so that's what you were up so on. So that's what you were on often. Shush. You stop the cab and she hands you your fare. Oh, I don't want her to leave. She's so great. I like her. Thanks for the conversation. The ride went by really fast. I wish it didn't, because you're so great, Patricia. I love you. She reaches for the door, then stops. You can sense she's really on edge. It's good to be able to talk. It's pretty unusual in Paris to meet someone so warm. Oh! I want to say good luck, but it's like, I don't want to say good night to her. Ugh. I don't know, maybe it's, you know, maybe it's just how your luck runs when it comes to this place. I don't want to say goodnight. I don't want to do that. I don't. She's so cute. I want to drag it and be like, good night, I guess. A solid nod, like a promise. You too. Good luck tonight. She shuts the door carefully, then walks away. Dang it! Your eyes follow her as she climbs to the steps of the door of her building. A moment later, she's gone. You feel something surfacing. Dark thoughts, pictures, memories. The bed sores she's talked about. You notice a newspaper on the back seat. Your last passenger must have left it, or the one before. You grab it and put it away. Could come in handy. You turn your key into the ignition and drive away. Man! She couldn't leave a memento. That sucks. Ugh. Man, I really liked her. She was like so fun. I guess we have to move on. What? Everyone has luck in their own way. Okay, where to now? Hmm. Let's see here. This dude looks like Frank Sinatra. Virtual insanity and always seem to... Okay, so everybody's up here. Okay. I'm kind of sad we didn't do the cat. I wonder if the cat was going to be cool. Anyway. Can't hold on to lost loves. We must move on to the future. Making people is so hard. Oh. Who's this? I meant to just find out who he was, but I guess we're just going here now. 𝕤𝕒𝕚𝕤. Jean. The Jean. Juan Jean. Well, do I want to go? I wonder what happens if you reject one. Can you, like, what happens? Do they get mad at you if you reject somebody? I don't want to reject him. I'm just curious because I want to see if, like, something will happen. Because as a cab driver, you would think you have the liberty to, like, just pick up anybody and leave anybody, right? So I'm just wondering, like, what will happen if I said, nah, fam, I don't want to. Okay. Well, he's drunk, so let's help a drunk guy. Drunk guys are fun. A passenger waves you at the sidewalk, unsteadying his feet. One hand in the air, the other cup to his mouth to get your attention. Oh, he's going to be a blast. He's going to be so much fun. This one has been drinking. He gets in, out of breath, you start driving. I probably won't get paid for this. I likely won't get paid for this. Yeah, I'm not seeing Neby getting any money. He gets in, out of breath, you start driving. I thought I was gonna have to walk. Thanks for stopping. Not a problem. You have a nice evening? He takes a minute to catch his breath. Crazy, 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 crazy. He leans forward, his face close to yours. He breath reeks of vodka, making your head spin. There's another smell coming from him. Cologne? It's crazy. One day you realize you're useless. It's just the same old, you know? And then bam, you get a yes. I really don't care about seatbelts, but you know, from life? From Sonia. Her name was Sonia. It was our third date. His eyes roll back in his head and he has a huge grin spreads across his face. I haven't felt like this in ages. As he speaks, he pulls the hair on top of his head. It's a toupee! Which he lays down in the seat next to him. As he runs his fingers over his bald head, as he looks as if he's never been happier or felt freer. Be safe. She teaches philosophy at my high school. I usually don't speak to her type, all liberal freaks. Oh, yay. You just seem like a match made in heaven, sir. Just you two? Perfect. Already building a relationship full of trust. But I don't know, man. She has this strict way of walking. A serious look about her. She invited me to coffee at the end of the school day. I had tons of papers to grade, but I said yes. Best decision of my life. My whole life. His eyelids droop and his voice becomes flatter. We went to the movies on our second date. It was 𝕤𝕒𝕤𝕤, another liberal freak, but she was really disappointed by it, almost angry. I knew she was the one. We decided to get one more drink. She grabbed my hand and gave me that look like she wanted more. I didn't know what to do with myself. He yawns, about to fall asleep. I can't let my seniors find out. You let him doze off. You arrive at his destination. He is sound asleep. I can't let you sleep in the car. I don't want to bug you, though. I don't know. Sir, get up. Get up. I really want to take advantage of him because he built the relationship on lies. Okay. But I need the money. I don't know. Am I a bad person? I'm gonna let you sleep. You turn the motor off. The car fills in silence. Ooh, do we turn the meter off or we let the meter run? Well, he's wasting my time. Hard decision here. To let the meter run or to not. I mean, how bad of a person would I be if I let the meter run? I think if I let the meter run, I'm a bad person. You like Paris at the time of night. On the third floor of the apartment building, someone is watching TV. Flashes of color dance in the street, reflect in the windows, the metal shutters, the street lamps. The passenger awakes from a start. His first words come out like a swallow, half-eaten, unintelligible. Sorry, I must have dozed off. He glances at the meter, digs in his pocket, pulls out a handful of bills. You watch as he staggers down the street. A minute later, he disappears into his building. Oof! That's a hefty price. My man was gone. Dang! It is. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What was that? What? Hello. This one seems really important. Hola. Why are you shaking? Interesting. Ooh, ooh. This is one of the people. That's why it was shaking. I accept. Your next passenger is your suspect, a retired policeman. Judging by his looks, you could have easily guessed. Hospital St. Louis. St. Louis, please. You notice right away the passenger is cold, very cold. He is shivering and his teeth is chattering. You start driving, but keep an eye on him. Hmm. Maybe I should turn on the heat. He flashes a crooked smile. That's really not necessary. Thanks, though. I'm not cold. It's my medication. Pretty bizarre side effect. 1 minute I'm hot, the next minute I'm cold. Not much fun, really, but it's for my own good. His face says otherwise. He's not quite convinced. Actually, maybe it is the cold. I haven't been this cold in ages. Since 1982? 83, maybe. And almost in a whisper, he adds, the year of the tiger. The Chinese year of the tiger? He's smiling now, but continues shivering ever so slightly. No. The year we hunted a tiger down in Paris. Nothing to do with the Chinese. It's a really nice story, actually. Well, maybe nice isn't the right word. You'll see. It'll get my mind off things. This is an interesting shot. We haven't seen this before. He has a nervous laugh and he's clearly uncomfortable. Probably not used to appearing fragile. It was late December. Hi, Xander. The weather was crap. Never been so cold in my life. The water in the fountain and gutters was frozen. At the office, most of my colleagues were sick. Stuck in bed. I was sick too, but I was new, so I suck it up. I was blowing my nose every 5 minutes. My nose was red. My breath reeked of cough drops. We all looked like we were about to keel over. I never knew that was what it was spelled. I thought they meant like actual kill. Thank you for the alert, Con. The switchboard phone rang and no one answered. I sighed, got up, picked up the phone. A woman screamed in my ear. A tiger! She had seen a tiger, orange and black, big as a motorcycle, in the 𝕤𝕒𝕤𝕤. I'm sorry if I pronounced these wrong. I burst out laughing, told her it was a good prank, and hung up. Less than a minute later, the phone rang again. The second line, too. It was the one in the chief's office. He points to a different area of cars, as if he can still hear the phone ringing. A tiger. A really big one. Rue de Bussy, Rue de Seine, Rue de Boutarts. Passenger rubs his chin and seems deep in thought. We were starting to think something fishy was going on. So we gotta move on. We grabbed our coats and scarves. One of the guys from the squad calls his brother-in-law, who works at the zoo in Vincennes. He sighs. Outside it's snowing buckets, huge flakes, the signs of your gear shift there. We're better off on foot. When we got to St. Michael's, we walked down the Rue des Grands Augustins, knocking on doors. The people we talked to wanted us to take the word for it. They swore they seen a tiger, and they were dead serious. We walked the streets. The snow was slowly, but only barely. He looks at you. I'm sure you're familiar with the moment, in the middle of the night when Paris is completely quiet. You nod. It's incredible. The city just stops for a moment. Yeah, well, it was just like that. Utter and calm. Absolute silence. The team broke into pairs. We checked alleys and passageways. Back to the neighborhood was like Swiss cheese with nooks and crannies all over. Garages built without permits. It wasn't the highbrow neighborhood it was today. He heaves a sigh, and he looks sad. We went into a narrow street because my partner thought he saw paw prints. And he was right. There was snow all over the dumpster, on the roof of the garage, the building's balconies. The tiger had climbed up there, so we followed. We grabbed our weapons and started after the prints. Dumpster, garage roof, balconies. My partner was huffing and puffing. Huge puffs of steam were escaping from his mouth. Your passenger snickers. He stopped and told me that we must look like our ancestors, like prehistoric men wielding flint spears. We could not help laughing. We knew how stupid we must look. We got up to the roof. The tiger was there. Damn, what a shock. It was a magnificent beast, almost 2 meters in size, maybe more. Took our breath away. The tiger looked at us. There was fear in his eyes. He was shaking. We realized we screwed up. We never should have came. If it was attacked, we had to kill it, but neither of us wanted to kill it after seeing it. He stared at us. Paris was utterly calm. Snow as far as the eye could see, a white skyline. And then, the passenger pauses. He closes his eyes slowly. Something in his voice cracks. He jumps off the roof. It was remarkable. A moment of silence. He's still shivering. He was trying to escape? No. He didn't aim for another building or for me or my partner. He jumped into the void. Knew he'd be cornered. Passenger needs a few seconds before going back to his story. You get the impression he's still shaking as much as when he got in. Now, where was I? Oh yeah. We leaned as far as we could off the roof to look below. It looked like he was asleep, lying comfortably on the snow. A giant orange and black spot of a feather on a feather bed. We watched the street go by. He watches the street go by. The hospital is close now. I want to be like, what happened next? Where did he come from? It's funny, actually, and a bit more pleasant. He subtly grins. Some petty crooks in the north thought it would be quite a hook to have a pet tiger. So one day, they went to the circus and swiped the tiger. And while they were driving back through Paris, the tiger tried to eat them and decided to let them go on the spot. Right in 𝕤𝕒𝕤𝕤𝕤. A grin spread across his face. Morons. You park in front of the hospital. Your passenger suddenly speaks up. His voice sounds a bit more confident than before. I think I'd do just what the tiger did. His death seems so gentle and calm. It can't hurt to fall into a huge bed of feathers. He glances quickly at his shaking hand. In the rearview mirror, the police inspector seems oddly small, as if he had shrunk during the ride. Seriously, it can't hurt too much. He hands you his money and gets out the cab. You watch him walking away without saying a word. The sliding door at the entrance of the hospital takes far too long to open. You drive away. It just occurred to me that the tiger committed suicide. Or that it in-gamed. It just occurred to me that happened. Like, I was like, okay, this tiger jumped. I was like, what's the big deal? And I was like, oh, it died. But it's unfortunate. Well, next key person. Yeah, he was like telling me like, oh, when he was describing it, I was just like, oh, so he jumped. I was like, okay, what's the big deal? And I was like, oh no, because it was cornered and it didn't want to get. Oh, the poor thing died because it jumped from a building and it. Excuse me. The door opens. It's Harv, a homeless man that sounds like hundreds of other pairs. You've known each other for years, and every now and then he asks you for a favor to drive him someplace. As usual, he greets you quietly, though he always seems a little on edge. Hey, buddy, what's up, pup? He has a strange verbal tick that you never really understood. You start the cab. Your passenger keeps looking over your shoulder, clearly worried. Is everything okay, Harv? Yeah, sure. No worries. His voice trails off. He seems to be collecting himself. It's just... the cops are on my tail, Jill. A cop? Does anyone come around asking for me? What do you mean? You know, like, from the crime squad. Nah, nobody's been talking to me about you. The guy's been driving me crazy, asking all these questions, digging up my past. You know what I mean? Digging up your past? Like my old girlfriends and stuff, where I used to live, why I left the sheltered kelter. At first I thought it was the killer, you know, the serial killer. That he was after me. Hold on, I have to see what that says. Were you somehow involved in all that? Nah, not really. I just saw the serial killer guy's face. Well, duh, that's why they want to talk to you, genius. He pauses just enough for your brain to process the information. You gotta look at the judge? Your passenger gives you a funny smile. I saw him in profile, man. Okay. Well, yeah, well, I saw him, you know, a few weeks ago when he did in his last victim. He was like sleeping in an alleyway just across the street from where, well, you know, he killed the last victim. My stomach hurt. I couldn't sleep and, you know, I saw him in profile. He had this weird way of talking, sort of hunched over as if he were tired. That's all? Yeah, that's all I saw. He had on black gloves and the street were dark. I didn't see anything else. He's staring at you. Well, why do you care, man? I want to say I'm curious is all. Just curious? Well, yeah, if that cop comes around again, you tell him to go fuck off. I'm not going to the police about anything, not a damn thing. A note of anger has crept back into his voice. Goddamn cops, they never were there when we need them. I'm sure as hell ain't going to help, yo. They can go kick sick. He looks away furious. He kept quiet and focused on the road. All of a sudden, your passenger gives you a seatbelt in front of you in the thumb. Hey, stop right in here. Near? Here and near? You slow down and you pull over as soon as you can. Okay, I'm out of here. Wait! Don't worry about it. It's better for you this way. Believe me. The door opens, then closes, and Harvey vanishes into the darkness. You open a window to your side. You're dying for a cigarette. To relieve the pressure. To calm your racing heart. To take a deep breath. You take a deep breath and then drive away. Welcome back. Okay. Thank you for your lovely, lovely devotion, Xander. Appreciate you. I will do your Valley Girl in just in a second. Damn, I lost a lot of money. Alright, so we need to look at the reports that we've got. Let's see if we can look at this one first before we look at the investigation stuff. That took up so much time. Alright, let's go look at the board. And I start my 1 minute timer for this, I'm sorry. But I really worry that I won't be able to talk a lot, but I got you. Oh my god. So let's see what we learned. So we spoke to this gentleman here and learned that he has a rare weapon gun. I'm still kind of confused about like half of the stuff I'm learning here and why that affects my time, because like what is even going on? And I'm like not entirely positive how what I'm supposed to do in these cases or what I'm supposed to say. Were you all wearing black gloves? How does this all relate to all of you? What is even happening? I'm more confused than anything. And that was your 1 minute. I wasn't talking a lot. I'm sorry. What is... Okay. Can I open one of these other files or would that take them? That's gonna take up one of my time? Oh my god. So we're gonna get one or the other. Okay, so let's open up this one at least. Maybe they'll do stuff. Woof! Okay. Okay, let's see. Why is Harvey a suspect? So it seems like we have the most clues 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. We have a lot on Claudia. But I've only seen her once. I'm really not gonna hold you guys. I know absolutely nothing of what to do in these cases. And I'm not exactly sure how to go about this game, and I'm still kind of confused. There's a lot to this game. Dialogue-wise, it's very nice. It's very heavy, but I'm still like I get confused on what to do and how to put this stuff together. And even when I read the clues out loud, I'm just like, what? Like, does this affect something? How does I don't know. There's something about like having all this done and I'm just like lost on what they want me to do. Most games like give me like an idea of like, okay, you have to look at these clues and connect this here, but I'm like, what exactly am I supposed to do? Xander, thank you for gifting us a subscription. If you got to gift this subscription, please remember to say thank you. I'm not gonna hold you guys. I'm a little lost and I'm a little confused on what the game wants from me. I get one part of the game. Like, I get the whole conversation with people part of the game. I get that. It's the other stuff I'm not sure of. Like the whole this and figuring things out, and this portion of the game, this is the part that confuses me. And I feel like I want to take time to investigate what's going on before I continue part of this game. So because I'm not invested into the game. I'm invested. I'm very invested. How and ever. I just want to know more. I want to understand more of what they want me to do, so I'm not just sitting here like, what? You know what I mean? Because even though I'm getting information, I'm kind of stuck. And I think it's because I'm not being shown what I need to do. I don't know. Basically, I'm lost. And even though I'm lost, I don't know what's happening and I don't know what I want to do. And I'm just, So for right now, I'm going to put this on the back burner. I'm going to save this here. And I'm going to start the next night. And I'm going to end this night, start the next night, save that, and then pick this up once I sit down and get an understanding of what I want to do with this game, because I'm confused and I'm lost. And I don't want it to be like another game I played where I didn't know what was going on and I'm kind of stuck. Ooh, there's a phone call. Oh, it's the cop lady. What do you want? You there? Obviously, I answered the phone. What? Listen, yeah, she pauses. She suddenly hears a ruckus in the background. And I just suddenly raises her voice. Anyone got time? Hey guys, anyone? Fuck, they're Neanderthal here. Listen, it's early and I'm wiped out. So are you, I bet. Let's get straight to the point. What do you have for me? And in the common medical voice, you give her the evidence you collected. You start with the first suspect, the connection to the victims, the rumors, and the sex of the suspect, and so on and so on. A few minutes later, she lets out a whistle. Not all bad. Seriously, you can give me a lesson on the zombies I work with. A long sigh. Thank you for lurking again, Sander. I have some good news for you. We checked the alibi of one of the suspects I gave you. As you listen to her, you turn up the board and pull down the suspect she's referring to. So it's gotta be somebody else. She snickers. You know how lucky you are? I'm doing your job for you, pal. Alright, enough to chat. I gotta run. I'll call you in 2, 3 days? Okay. Okay. I'll call you in 3 days and you better have what I need to make proper arrests. DA has fangs. We're pretty sure he's going to turn into a werewolf at some point. She babbles on for a while. Her voice becomes softer, but just as sarcastic. That would explain his terrible breath. Okay, I'm out. You have just one thing in mind, sleeping and forgetting it all. Okay, so we're still collecting evidence, but she's ruling out people as that happens. So we ruled out the first person, so we have to keep collecting evidence. Okay, so I'm getting it. Now with that phone call basically got it for me. Okay. That changed things. I didn't know that was gonna happen. Dang. I'm actually glad the game gave me that. Thank you, because that's a good curveball. Because I was like, what is happening? What's even going on? But the thing is, like, with this game is like you have to, like I said, it's really up to you how you find people. But you have to be very selective about people. You just have to like randomly choose people to figure it out. I was gonna save it here until that phone call happened, so now I'm just here. It's crying. Paris falls like wakes up as you fall asleep. Nightlife. Okay. Yeah. So I'm gonna take a slight detour and save that there, and then leave the game at its present state because I'm still confused about what happened and the evidence that's present to me. And then when I have an idea, I'll bring this back to you, and then we'll talk about it. Sounds cool. Yeah, we'll do that. I'll do